I'm pretty sure the dollar finished a secular bull market, lasted, what, about 14 years, I guess, back in late 22 and started a bear market move. Um, we started this leg down here about the beginning of July, and coincidentally, that's when gold started the rally that broke out above that 2450-ish resistance zone and pushed up to, I believe it was about 2570-ish maybe, and it's been in a sideways consolidation since then, which I think is about ready to break out above that here pretty soon. But for contrarians, at least anyway, I think most of us are expecting that the dollar is going to rally off of this. There's a support zone here at this pivot. We got another one a little bit lower. And of course, we've got the 200-week moving average right here. So contrarians like me expect a rally from this support zone. But I'm wondering if I'm going to be wrong on this one. And here's why. All right, this is the chart of the euro. It makes up the biggest percentage of the dollar index. And I'm pretty sure the euro completed a secular bear market bottom back here in 22 when the dollar completed that bull market top. And I'm convinced that we're starting a new secular bull market. The euro has tested, this is the third test of the 200-week moving average, and I have a suspicion that this time the euro is going to break through that. And if it does, then the dollar is going to continue down. Now let's look at the yen. I think the yen completed a 12-year secular bear market right here, and it's starting a new long-term bull market rally. That also will push the dollar lower. And now let me go to the daily charts. All right, assuming I'm correct and the yen has started a long-term bull market rally, then intermediate cycles are going to right translate. Now the cycle counts are pretty erratic in the currencies, but generally speaking, you would expect an intermediate rally, if it's going to right translate, it's going to rally at least 15 weeks or more. So the yen should still have many weeks to go before the intermediate cycle would top. And I'm reading this as being a first daily cycle low. And so the second daily cycle is just getting started. And since we expect the larger intermediate cycle to right translate, then this daily cycle has to continue to rally for many more days. And if the yen's rallying, the dollar should be dropping. And now let's go to the euro. Similar situation here, although not as clear as to whether or not the euro has begun a new daily cycle rally yet. It needs to get back above the 10-day moving average to begin with. But this has completed all of the parameters that need to happen for a daily cycle low. So this has the potential to be a daily cycle bottom. And if it is, and the euro is getting ready to rally and come up and make another higher high, then that's going to push the dollar lower. All right, now to the dollar. This looks like, again, this looks like a daily cycle bottom. We had a pretty strong rally, but then it started to give it all back. And then on Friday on the week jobs number, we get this reversal. And I think most people, myself included, are viewing this as a double bottom. But if the euro and the yen are in the advancing phase of a new daily cycle, then this is not going to turn out to be a double bottom, but the dollar will continue to move lower and will break this pivot convincingly, and then break down through that 200-week moving average. And so I've noted this again right here when the dollar really started this final collapse. This is when gold put in the bottom and we started that breakout move above 2450. So let me go over to gold real quick. All right, so this right here is where the dollar really started that collapse. And you can see this is where the gold bottomed, and it came up, and we got our first breakout attempt, our second breakout attempt, and now we're holding this breakout above 2450. Now gold is, I will say this, gold is moving down into a daily cycle low, but if the dollar rolls over or continues down next week and the euro and the yen continue to rally, then it may turn out that this is the daily cycle bottom here in gold. And this pattern of, instead of correcting, gold is it's consolidating. So instead of pulling back into a sharp correction or a dip, for the last year, corrections in gold have been more sideways consolidation. So you can see it here, you can see it here, and it's kind of unfolding the same way here. And this may continue. This, as I said, this may turn out to be the bottom of this daily cycle correction if the dollar continues down next week. And we could get our confirmed breakout above this 2550-ish resistance zone. And this was either the 12th or 13th test of this resistance at 2550. And the more times, the rule is, the more times a zone or level gets tested, the more likely it is that you get a breakout, or on the other side, a breakdown. In this case, we expect that this many tests of 2550 is eventually going to lead to a breakout to the upside. So I'm watching those currencies closely here. I'm pretty sure the long-term trends have reversed. I think the euro and the yen are now bullish, and I think the dollar is bearish. And it's just a matter of when the long-term trends are ready to resume, and they may be resuming already, in that the dollar rally that I'm looking for may not materialize for a while. We may even continue down all the way into the elections, for the dollar anyway.